Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Patrick L. Young, bringing you some investment insights on the IPO video series in Patrick's opinion, but ably aided and abetted by my dear friend Toby. So, a lot of people talk about what drives markets, and in one way there is a very existential driver to markets. They talk about greed and fear. Actually, in some ways, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's just fear. Greed is really just the ability to believe that you're perhaps fearful of not having enough profit. So in many ways, markets are driven by fear in all possible ways. Fear of missing out, the infamous FOMO element, which is why sometimes people who haven't invested suddenly invest late in the day, and of course the market explodes and quite often they'll end up losing. Equally, there's just the fear of market volatility, and that's something that, as this video is being recorded, we've been living through for several weeks in the time of COVID-19 lockdown. So, however you look at it, ladies and gentlemen, markets are definitely driven by human emotions. That's not the only thing that drives them. Of course, there's a great deal of economic fundamental, a great deal of human interaction. There are geopolitics. Look at what has gone on in recent weeks in terms of the oil market, where we've had an amazing ding-dong between Saudi Arabia and the Russians, who cannot decide on how much oil to produce, with the result that oil prices were plummeting, and suddenly they seem to have managed to get together to be chatting again in the last few days, and that means that oil prices are recovering. So, what really we're talking about here is the complexity of the marketplace. Markets are complex elements, as I've talked about before. They are driven, though, by a lot of human emotion at their core. And that, ladies and gentlemen, does mean that greed and fear is at the epicenter of all markets. And at the same time, what we have to do is calm, meditate, relax, hug a pug, and be prepared to take the markets as we find them, and at the same time not be too terrified to make a decision to enter or leave a market. My name is Patrick L. Young. I'm bringing you the IPO video series here from sunny Valletta, Malta. Thank you very much for watching on behalf of myself and Toby the Pug.